recording. All right. All right. Let's see. Let me see. Oh, what's that one? Okay. There you go. All right. Good morning. Hi, George Welty. I hope you had a nice weekend. You know, as I was driving around the neighborhood, I noticed that a lot more the open houses, and the weather was really nice. So, you know, I drove by a couple of open houses around my area, and it seems that you know the housing activity has drawn up a little bit. So it's good time to have open houses and door knocking and do the marketing nowadays. So you know, and the weather was really nice too. So you know, that's good. And I would like to thank all of you to attend the meeting. I thought this meeting will be not too many attendees because Red forgot to send out the notice ahead of time, and he just did it this morning. So, but nevertheless, we had 22 people attending. Those not bad at all. So, and also we don't have any affiliate spotlight today. So, for all the affiliates that attend today, you're welcome to talk a little bit longer. And if you have something to share with us, we appreciate that. So with that, I would like to start the meeting with the affiliate. So let's start with Sandy first. Sandy, good morning.
Good morning. Of course, that's when the guy next door decides to crank up his lawnmower. Working from my backyard today, having some work done at the house. Peter's right. The open houses, my neighborhood too. Signs were everywhere. I get the listing report every morning. Listings are up, but they're staying on the market a little longer. So it's a great time to go farming in these neighborhoods and, you know, get a listing from where there are other listings. I have door hangers. I'll be in the area Tuesday and Wednesday. Call, text, or email me. I'll bring door hangers to the office. If you have a listing, maybe think about listing coverage. Since houses are staying on the market longer, your sellers may run into things that need repair that would be covered by the home warranty. $1.74 a day. So if you end up saving your client money, if we need to replace a dishwasher or a water heater, you're a rock star because they're not out a bunch of thousands of dollars. They're out, you know, $45 a month and a $95 service fee. So keep that in mind if you have a listing, but have a fabulous week. And then, you know, next week we have Memorial Day, the official start of summer. So have a great week, everyone.
Great. Thank you very much, Sandy. Next, we have Marie from Contempo Escrow. Marie, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Marie Paramore with Contempo Escrow. I'm going to go with the consensus with everybody else. It seems like we've had a surge in the market lately. Things are staying on the market. I am seeing a lot of different things that we haven't seen in a long time. So it became a rarity that you would see like sellers giving $20,000 credits, but we're starting to see those again where sellers are giving $20,000 credits and then the buyers are doing buy downs on their interest rate. So we're seeing things that we haven't seen. I think we're kind of going back. You're seeing more VA loans coming back. You know, FHA loans are becoming more popular. Sellers are offering way more credit. So we're in a different phase of where we were before. So things are coming together where everybody's kind of working together to get things done. And it seems like it's caused an influx in our market. So what I tell you is, and I always say this, and my advice doesn't change, is that you need to continue to do what you do. Get your farming out there, you know, plant your seeds because your seeds of today are what brings your harvest tomorrow. Get those out. Call me for what you need. Start doing your farming and it's getting beautiful outside. Do your farming, do your, you know, your door knocking, your whatever you need. If you need supplies, I have things that I can give to you for your door knocking. If you have questions on transactions, call me, and I'm going to continue to say, don't rule out mobile homes. They are a great way to make some great money because I'm starting to see the commissions in mobile homes change, which is a little interesting. It's no longer agents saying, oh, I don't want to use, you know, do mobile homes because of small commissions. It's not like that anymore. It has changed dramatically because people have changed the paradigm of how those commissions look. So anything you need, call me. I always consider myself a bag of information. So just call me if you have questions, if you need help with something, I'm available. You guys have my cell phone number. I kind of work your hours. So don't hesitate to call me after hours or on a weekday, weekend, as long as, it's respectful. So have a great rest of your week and go out and kill them and get some more escrows and real estates. And let's see what happens the end of this year.
Thank you, Mary. I agree with you. The mobile home is not small potatoes anymore, People are getting more interested in mobile homes nowadays.
Hey, Peter.
Yeah,
Can
hello?
you go to Peter, can you go to Ben next? He's going to announce the network change.
Oh,
Yeah, he's in.
okay. Yeah. All right. Go ahead, Ben. Ben is our IT person, so he has some important information for us. Go ahead, Ben. Ben?
Ben,
Marie speaking, may I help you?
where'd he go? Okay, let me see.
I can go if he is waiting because I got to get to something.
Okay, Mark, go ahead, Mark. Go ahead first.
Good morning, everybody. Mark Wu with AMS Insurance Agency. It's still a challenging market out there as far as insurance concern. It is quicker in that we're able to get proposals faster on the high brush areas where it was taking several weeks. I am finding them many times in 2 to 5 days. So that's a good news. The bad news is that it's still very limited market out there. So you have to be proactive, especially if you know that the home that your buyers are buying has had a previous claim in the last 5 years. We have to have documentation that claim has been mitigated, or it'll hang up the process. Anyway, I'm here to navigate you guys through the insurance process, and I thank you for the privilege.
Mark.
Yes, sir.
I heard that the State Farm has gotten approval to raise the premium by the 15.
They have, but they haven't opened up the market yet. And if they do, I don't expect it to be until the end of summer or the end of the year. So, but that will
Really?
be that's
It
good
takes that long?
news. Oh yeah, it's like moving the Titanic. So, but if you guys anybody hears otherwise, let me know. I'm going to be contacting. Actually, that's my first call to a couple of my State Farm buddies to find out where they are. But I know that when they were doing that, even if they said it was approved, that it would take till the end of the summer, if not the end of the year, for it to be in their systems. And
wow.
Mark, this is Rebecca. I
Rebecca.
have homeowners insurance. Hi, homeowner with State Farm. I mean, how come it's good news that they raised their homeowners insurance rate?
I'm talking from a standpoint of buyers and escrow transactions. But it's good news in that they were shedding policies and non-renewing. Many folks have been non-renewed from State Farm. So availability is better than non-availability, even if you have to pay a higher price.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry
Thank
about
you.
that, but
I
it's gonna
know.
like homes too.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions, Peter?
No, you're good. Don't have any more questions. Okay.
Ben's on.
Good morning, everybody.
Frank?
This is
Hi,
the
Frank.
IT guy for George Realty. I have a quick announcement, and you guys can continue. I'm the IT guy, and I wanted to let everybody know inside the company if you guys can spread the message about the network change that happened over the weekends, yesterday and day before. The new networks it's created George Realty employee, George Realty agent, and George Realty guest. I wanted to say everybody to contact your management if you need any help with the network, or if something not working, just report it quickly. I can address them properly. And if you need the Wi-Fi passwords, you can also reach out to management, Peter or Michelle, anyone in the company, and they can help you out. If you guys have any questions, please reach out. Michelle has my cell phone number, or you can email me. I'll be quick on the response to you.
Thank you, Ben. Yeah, and then we have a totally new network system, and it's supposed to be faster and better. So we're looking forward to
Network
that.
speed,
Thank you very much.
no problem. As we speak right now, I did multiple tests over the premises of the building. So I'm getting this speed over 150 up to 300 megabits. So which is really good speed, as I think. If there is any downlink or if something not working, just let me know.
Okay, great, wonderful. Thank you very much.
No problem.
All right.
Thank you.
Now we'll get back to the affiliates. Let's see who
Sounds good.
hasn't spoken.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and let's see. Let's see who else. Nancy. Good morning, Nancy.
Good morning, everybody. It's nice to be out working on this on a Monday. Yesterday and Saturday, they did have a lot of open houses. And just to give you guys the encouragement, a lot of people look at the interest rate and everything as a negative thing. That does affect your mindset. I have an agent, young lady. She closed 9 transactions as of May. Okay, so that didn't come easy.
good.
Yeah, but she door knocks, she goes with another person, she talks to the neighbors, and because I get her questions, she has senior that have issues, a problem, she always go beyond the call of duty, find the answers for them. And I think when she finds the answer, she goes back and talk to them. So that established the relationship. So I think that we're all good with technology and all that is important. It helped us do business easier, but also don't forget this business, buying a home has a lot to do with people and their lives. It's the biggest investment of their lives, and also seniors when they retire, this is something that's very important to them. And these people do have friends and relatives and neighbors. And she did 9 transactions in 5 months. I was so impressed. But she started a year ago working with people, talking to people, but it's never too late to start. I mean, if you ask for my opinion, my advice right now is we all have a phone. We all have in the old days, we have a address book, right? We write down everybody's name and phone number. And it's time to open that up and call everybody just to get in touch. And you know what? The number one question they ask about you, once you said, I'm still in real estate, this is Michelle Olson. Remember, I sold you that house and I'm still around. And then, real estate, do you have any questions for me? One of the most important questions they'll ask about interest rate, about the stock market. So get your answers before you go. Talk to them, and you know where they live. So give them information in their neighborhood. For example, if it's near your office, you know what the listings are. Tell them, hey, there's a house down the street that was listed. I went to see it and I show it to my buyers, and this is what I think it's going to cost, and I think it's going to sell for this price. And just start the conversation with your profession. You have the knowledge. Get yourself ready with the neighborhood information, the stacks you have. You can pull from any title company's information website. We have every month stack in there, the quarterly stacks for different cities, different areas. So, and that time you could take a screenshot and, from your your phone, and then send it to them. You got to be, and then the people that you talk to, they know you know your stuff, and they have a relationship with you. Also ask for referral, your friends and relatives, anybody that needs information from us. We're global. We know people outside of this country. We do marketing well. We can market to China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and anywhere you want to. In Vietnam, I know you have some really good Vietnamese agents that have connection all over. So just use your knowledge, use your past relationship, and try to ask more questions, know what they want, know what they need, and also ask for referrals from them. And I think that's how she got, because she told me what she did for the last a year. And this is what I got from her. I'm sharing that with you. Hopefully that you will do 1 or 2 things, and it's never too late to start calling people. Thank you, Peter, for giving us more time, and Michelle today. I hope that
Thank you,
some of you will go out there, and thank you so much. Nancy Chan, lawyer's title, always here to help you.
Okay, thank you very much, Nancy. Yeah, you're right. knowledge is power. So before you talk to your client, you make sure that you know the information, you know the knowledge, and then you have the confidence, and then your client will perceive your confidence too, so that they believe in you better. So that's very good advice, Nancy. Thank you very much. All right, next is Nicole Menard from Fidelity National Title.
Good morning, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here with all of you. Thank you,
Nicole.
Peter and Estelle, for allowing us to be here. I hope you can hear me okay.
Yes.
Okay, because it seems like it keeps lagging a little bit.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect.
Yeah, it seems that it's frozen a little bit.
Yeah, so that's why I wanted to make sure it was okay. So as everybody has said here, exciting to see listings popping up. Yes, properties are sitting longer. And I don't know if my computer's freezing, if it's my end or your end. Next Wednesday, the 28th, I will be hosting a class on our Fidelity Agent app. And with that in mind, as we're talking about properties sitting longer, we have some features within the Fidelity Agent app, as well as several calculators. So when you're going out door knocking, when you're talking to your sphere, your friends, your family, your past clients, there's a lot of resources that you can use to have conversation and spark those conversations and take listings, also help your buyers. And I look forward to helping you. Please let me know if you would like to get connected before the class on the Fidelity Agent app, and I'll get you set up. Have a fantastic day. Wishing you all a safe and happy Memorial Weekend as well. We look forward to partnering with you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. Looking forward to your lunch and learn 28th, right?
Yes, thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much. All right, next is Frank. Frank, go ahead. The Gabriel.
Yes. Hey, Peter. Hey,
Gallo?
Michelle. Hey, everybody. Thank you
Whatever.
guys for
Frank.
inviting me again to another great week with all of you here. It's always amazing working from home. I got to do a couple of personal errands later on today. So I'm just kind of in between meetings and calls and so forth. And as we've seen rates, I mean, rates just like what Nancy said about the listing agent. I mean, it's all about connecting with each other, because rates are going to go up and down like the waves of the ocean. We have to be like, we have to learn how to go with the flow of rates, because imagine if house prices went up and down like the way rates are. No one would buy a house. No one would sell a house. It goes up and goes down, goes up and goes down. But knowing one thing, that it's always the most for sure thing is that learn how to be guiding your clients, whether you're sellers, your buyers, your investors. The first topic that everybody says, hey, what's today's rate? Well, then we got to see that analogy. One shoe doesn't fit all. So one rate isn't for everybody. Are you looking to buy? Are you looking to sell? Are you looking to get a HELOC? Are you looking to get an investment, a second home, a primary residence? All these different things can change an interest rate. It's not just only just one rate, but having that conversation with them so that they know that you're giving them educated information, and we do the best that we can so we can answer all the questions, and they know us, like us, and trust us into getting something for them. Happy to help any which way, not only just for buyers, but for sellers, investors, and even business owners with different kind of loan processes and loan banking products that we have. Thanks, guys.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Frank. Thank you very much. Okay. Any more affiliates that came in late? No? If not, then any sharing from the audience, from the agents? We have a little bit time to have sharing with the agents today. So anybody who wants to speak up, just go ahead. No? Everybody seems to be so quiet today. Okay, if not, I have a few announcements to make. And this Wednesday is the ninth session for the CRE Win class, and we're almost to the end of the session. The 10th session will be the last one, which is next week. And after that, for whoever attended 80% of the classes will get a certificate from Coa Banker Commercial certify you as a commercial agent, then you'll be entitled to use all the resources in the dashboard, and believe me, those the information are very resourceful. So congratulations to those who will graduate next week. And there will be no lunch and learn this week, but we will have a lunch and learn on the CCIM on the 21st, which is by David Nguyen, and also the CCIM, the instructor, David Pio. And he will give us a taste of the CCIM, training, particularly the CCIM 101, which includes the financial analysis, which is very, very useful for your real estate analysis, especially commercial real estate analysis. And I would strongly recommend anybody who are interested in commercial real estate to attend this class. That this will give you a taste of what CCIM is all about and why CCIM is important, a milestone in your practice of real estate. And because of the holiday, we will have no meeting next Monday. So next Monday will be dark. And also because of the holiday, we will not have training, regular training this Friday. So we're taking this Friday off also. And as our IT person told you about our website and our internet is fully operational. And as a matter of fact, our office website, which has been down for the last couple of months, now is fully operational. So visit your website, which is HT, which is HTGeorgeRealty.com, and that's the website. You go in and go in, and it will pop out the website. There's a lot of more information than before, and all the information that we had before it's also been integrated in the new website. So test it out. And if there's anything that you don't understand or you have question on, please ask me or Michelle. Okay. All right. Those are the announcements. Any questions about the announcement? Michelle, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I just want to, you guys should have received the first email to save the date for June 20th for our office beach party to kick off the summer. So I'm hoping that you can all attend, and we've already sent the save the date email out, and we'll be updating accordingly as we get closer to the date. So love to see you all there.
Great, wonderful. We're looking forward to that too. Okay, any questions? If no more question, I'd like to go into the business that we have for the last week. We've been very busy last week as an office. Tell you the truth, that we have now closed escrow last week, and now we have 20 listings, new listings this week, and 7 in escrow this week also. So we have quite a bit of activities, and all our staff has been working very hard for you. So if you have anything at all that you want to pitch and you want to advertise, you want to promote, let us know. We have all the resources that can help you to promote your listings. So let's begin with. I'm not going to go over the 9 closed escrow. It has passed already, but there are 20 new listings. Most of them are by Nina Shi and Tatiana Tang. Those are the condos in Monterey Park and Alhambra. Well, you know, I'm not sure if I would like to go over all of them, but let me let me see, that's one, two, let's see, one, two, three, four, five. New listings from Nina Shi and Tatiana Tang. And those are mostly in Monterey Park, ranging from 780,000 to $1.2 million, 1.299 actually. Those are luxury condos in Alhambra. We had seen that those condos in our open house. It's very impressive, very comfortable, and the area is great. That's why they're selling very, very fast, you know. And one time she has 8 escrow in escrow at the same time. Very good. They're selling very good. And if you want to participate, it's very easy actually. All you have to do is get a buyer, and then you get send that Nina Shi the information, and she'll take care of the rest. You hardly have to do anything. So, and then in return, you have a pretty good compensation in commission wise. So talk to her, and she's very amiable and very receptive to whatever you want to help her with. Okay, besides Nina, we do have other listing. The first one, actually 2 of them is by Ming Li. Those are commercial leases. One is for 3,200 per month, and one is for 4,500 a month. And then Shimei Camp and Harrison Camp has a lease in Arcadia for 4145 per month. And then you have Helen Lee has a commercial lease for 4,400 per month. Rosa Reyes has a income property in Los Angeles for 1.04 million. Karina Pang has an income property in Los Angeles for 1.299. Pretty good income property to be sure. And okay, so those are all the listings that I mentioned. As I said, there are 20 new listings, pretty good for the week. And now there are 7 in escrow right now. The first one is by Alan Fu, which is $3 million, a little bit over $3 million. It's residence in Santa Monica, selling for a little bit over $3 million. And then Nina Shi has 2 condos in Alhambra, one for $700,000 and the other for $738,000. Then Shimei Camp has a commercial lease for $75,000. Jesus has a income property for $600,000. And then Lily Yuan has a lease in Pasadena for $54,000. And lastly, Sunshine and Ruben has a residence for $600,000 in Fontana. So those are the new listings and then new escrows. So as I said, we have a lot of activity in the office. I hope we can keep the momentum, and we should, if everybody work hard, we should have a good year, hopefully. But of course, there's still a lot of uncertainty in the future. So, which is to be expected. So it's not a slam dunk for anybody, but nevertheless, we should all work hard. Okay. And all right, any change in the listing or any reduction in price that you want to add? Anybody? How come your picture is so
the May 21st Lunch and Learn program?
David, yeah. Go ahead.
It's really a very important and exciting opportunity to have a CCIM instructor give a preview of what a CCIM 101 financial analysis class is like. It's never been done before. We're innovating a way to, at Coldwell Banker, Commercial, George Realty, and High Ten partners, get a glimpse of what a class is like without having to take the class, spend the money. But if you're interested in commercial real estate, this is a good introduction. And it's in my opinion that every one of our agents and brokers have clients that they have done business that are residential, that have either commercial properties they own, they need to sell. This is a perfect opportunity for you to create a dialogue with your own clients on getting something going and giving you the opportunity to do your first commercial deal. You can do it all by yourself, or you can do it with whoever you feel comfortable with helping you. But this is an innovative first time. And I can tell you the content, which Peter Cam has previewed, is of high quality content. That's what I want to share with everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Looking forward to the 21st lunch lamp. Appreciate your arrangement. Okay, any more comments from the agents? Any sharing of your thrills and failure or whatever, frustrations? Anything you want to ask? Anything you want to share? We still have a little bit of time. Pretty quiet today, seems like. Oh, go ahead, but Buddy, you
Yes,
have something to share?
yes. The property that we have in escrow right now, the appraisal came out low. So I'm going to take it up with the seller's agent later on today. I was just waiting for them to submit all the seller's disclosures that they have not completed during the contingency period, which ended May 16th. So before that date, I forwarded a signed extension of time for the contingency period until May 26th. So once I receive that, then I will take up the situation about the appraisal on the property. Before we made an offer on that property, I indicated to the seller's agent that because there were unpermitted additions made to the property, and what they put in the MLS was, let's say, 2,708 square feet for the property of the duplex. But apparently, on the assessor's data, which I checked before we made an offer, it was 1,738 square feet. So
Oh,
there's a difference of about 900 something square feet.
wow, it's substantial.
So I says, how did you get, I asked the listing agent, how did you get the measurements? Oh, it was supplied to me by the seller. I said, how did the seller measure the house, the houses? I said, well, I just take this word for it. I said, okay. So I did some comps based on the assessor's data of 1,738 square feet. And so when you made the offer, it was a little bit over than the asking price because there was really not much comps to go by on the property because most of them were outside of the 1 mile radius. And most of the comps that came up were all single family residences. So you can't use that for a duplex. So now with this situation, it's about a $40,000 difference. So, but I told the seller's agent before the offer was made, do you know that any unpermitted additions to the property is not given any value by the appraiser. I said they're gonna use whatever assessor's data there is, unless if the sellers can provide a permit that says, okay, the additions were done with a permit. But if that was done, then it should have been recorded. So apparently there was no permits obtained by the seller when he made the additions.
Hmm.
So that's where we are at this point. So I've been busy working with other clients over the past days, showing property. So I just received the disclosures, but haven't checked on them yet today. Once I get that, then I'll take it up with the seller's agents to see where we're at.
Yeah, but
With,
this time issue is very important. Make sure that you have everything in writing and make sure it's transparent to all the parties. Make sure that the seller and the buyer understand what's
yes, I also told the
what is the
buyers
number.
about that. I told when we made the offer, I told the buyers about it. I said about this is what the MLS says. This is what the assessor's data says.
Mm-hmm.
So they are aware. They are aware
Okay.
of what's going on. But I did not mention about the appraisal report yet with our buyers because they were out on town. They were out of town on a convention over the weekend, so I didn't want to disrupt their event with this. So,
Mm.
but my objective is to talk first to the seller's agent to see what
Yeah.
they say before I take it up with our buyers,
Mm-hmm.
so that then
Okay.
I can have the answers when I take it up with the buyers.
Thank you for sharing. That's very good information.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you. Anybody else? Okay. If nobody else, I would like to share something with you today. And it's the topic on a non-contingent contract. You know, the real estate market is kind of strange nowadays, you know, very, very uncertain, and also it varies between the region to region. And most of the country is already experiencing some slowdown in real estate, especially in in commercial real estate. But in Southern California, especially around this area, you know, San Gabriel Valley, the residential market is still pretty robust. And as a matter of fact, you know, it's the seller's market, not enough inventories. And so the buyer, in order to be competitive, they come up with all the ingenious tactics. For example, all cash, no appraisal contingency, and no insurance contingency, and also, you know, all non-contingent contract. In other words, no contingency at all. You know, so this if you are representing a client who wants to offer a real estate sale with a non-contingent contract, you must be knowledgeable about the implication of it and what the repercussions that your client will suffer if it doesn't go the way that your client want. You know, and it is your fiduciary duty to fully inform them and transparent about what the situation is. So it is very important that you know how to present this a non-contingency contract if you ever has to do that. So let's talk about what is a non-contingency contract. Well, basically, you're just saying to the seller that, hey, you know, my client is willing to go through with the contract or with the contract transaction no matter what. There will be no contingency. There will be no appraisal contingency, no physical inspection contingency, no the insurance contingency, and no title insurance and no title contingency. So basically, you're giving the seller a blank check that you're going to go through the transaction no matter what. Now, but if you a client has a second thought about it later, they cannot change. If they don't want to go through the sale, it's going to be a breach contract, and the usually the RPA will stipulate liquidated damage, which is 3%, and then your client will lose the 3%. So before you make such an offer, you have to inform your clients that what is the ramification of such contingency non-contingency contract. Okay, but if it's given the risk, why would your client write an offer without contingency? Well, as I said, you want your client want to be in a better position for the seller to accept you as offer to purchase the property. And of course, when the seller look at your offer, they'll look at whether there's any contingency with or whether any contingencies that will torpedo the sale. Basically, they will look at the appraisal contingency, loan contingency, physical inspection contingency, and the insurance contingency. And if you offer them a non-contingency contract, that means all those contingencies are out of the window, and the buyer is going to go through the purchase no matter what. And so, of course, the seller to sell the property to you among all the other competitors, where the other competitors have all kinds of contingencies with it. So if that's the only way that the buyer can entice the seller to do that, then maybe the buyer would like to offer non-contingency contract to purchase this property. Then what happened to the liquidated damage clause? Well, as you know, the RPA automatically it has stipulated the liquidated damage, and it has a provisions that if the buyer breached the contract and doesn't want to go through the process, the liquidated damage will be the 3% of the purchase price. And if both the seller and initial their liquidated damage clause, then it will be effective. And if the seller breached the contract, the liquidated damage of 3% released to the seller. Not automatically, but eventually the seller will get the 3% of the purchase price as a liquidated damage. So so you have to inform your clients that you have if you offer a non-contingency contract, then there's a danger of losing the liquidated damage. Now, but does the buyer have any right to cancel the contract written without the contingencies? Well, that's only one way that you can get out of the contract is the the TDS. As you know that the seller is obligated to disclose a TDS, which is the transfer disclosure statement for any sales of residence 1 to 4 units. And it also carries a 5 days cancellation right. In other words, within the 5 days after the TDS was given to the buyer still have 5 days to cancel the escrow without any penalties. So within this period, even though it's a non-contingency contract, the buyer can still cancel the escrow prior to the 5 days expiration. And so, in other words, if the buyer offer to purchase the property and the seller signs and execute the RPA, then before the seller give you the TDS, the buyer has all the right to cancel escrow and and even after the seller gives the buyer the TDS, the buyer has 5 days after the receipt of the TDS to cancel escrow. So this is the only window that the non-contingency contract can be without penalty. So you have to explain to your client that, hey, if you want to really offer this non-contingency contract, and then you have to watch the TDS expiration date, which is 5 days after the delivery of the TDS to the buyer. Okay, so that's the only way, only chance that you have to cancel the escrow. I mean, cancel the contract. I'm sorry. So what are the risks and benefits for seller to accept an offer with or without the contingency? As I said, the obvious advantage for the seller is that the seller will get the liquidated damage if the buyer doesn't want to go through the process after the expiration of the TDS, and then they will get the liquidated damage at 3%. But the thing is that the EMD, which is the earnest money deposit in escrow, is not an automatic release. And you should know that the contract and the escrow is two different things. Even if the contract is canceled or invalidated, there was still an escrow, which in order to cancel the escrow, you have to have a mutual consent for both seller and the buyer. So if there's a dispute of anything about the EMD, then that's always in the trouble, very problematic, because sometimes you have to end up to go through the litigation, and that litigation will take a long time. So even though for non-contingency contract, there's a chance that you might involve litigation into settlement of those EMD, because the buyer is not going to easily give up the EMD, even though he's not willing to go through the process at all. But so the only chance that they can with the buyer to circumvent this situation is to look at the TDS and make sure that within the TDS expiration day, 5 days after the delivery of the TDS, you have to make your decision whether to cancel the non-contingent contract or not. So so if you work with that, then make sure that you really be careful with the period, the 5 days period, where you can have the chance or the right to cancel escrow without sacrificing the liquidated damage. So, but another thing that you have to watch is that usually if this kind of non-contingency contract, even after the close of escrow, there may be some problems, because the buyer may feel powerless, in the purchase process, and can be more likely to become a disgruntled client after the sale. So if if the buyer is not happy, then he will start suing everybody and get everybody in a litigation, and the litigation baseless. It may be baseless, and even if it's baseless, it is still, you still have to spend money and time to defend the case, and that is not fun at all. So this kind of thing, you also have to inform the seller and the buyer, and hopefully this kind of ramification can be settled even before accepting the non-contract purchase. Okay, now you can explain that more clearly with the car forms. There are 3 car forms that you can use to explain the situation with the non-contingency offer. One is the first one is non-contingent offer advisory, NCOA, and then the second one, the buyer home owners insurance advisory, BHIA, and also the buyer investigation advisory, the BIA. So these three forms, they kind of touch up on the non-contingency contracts, and you'll be able to explain it to your client more clearly. Okay, and as I mentioned it to Mark, the State Farm has gotten approval from court to raise the insurance rate. Of course, this is not that's not good for the customer, but nevertheless, it's better to issue a non-renewal at least you get the property insured or those Did I lose connection, Michelle? Hello? It seems that I lost connection. Is it right?
Yes.
Okay, can I share? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Somebody's in the room
Can
working.
you hear me?
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it seems that it's coming in and out, and I don't know what's happening.
Your share screen is back on.
But anyway, I'm almost done. Still uncertainty continue to persist for home buyers, as you know that the because of the tariff, because they to lower the interest rate, they are saying that they will not reduce the interest rate. Nevertheless, they're thinking that they will have two more reduction before the end of the year. So let's keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully the Fed will lower the interest rate to help the year. But there's still a lot of uncertainties. Good news is the housing is more affordable from middle area. Is not that optimistic because of the wildfire in January. A lot of homes are abandoned, and then they want to have a replacement for those homes, and that's why the inventory is still lacking, and the supply is more outstrip the supply. That's why the price of the houses continue to go up, and especially for this area, there's no hope for the interest rates to go down in the near future. So the Jerome Powell said that it is not going to raise, to reduce the 2.5%, but nevertheless, they're thinking of reducing it, in the good news is the home buyer mortgage demand continue to recover. In spite of the rate and the mortgage demands kind of tell us that there's still a lot of demand for the purchase of the homes, and so that is a good news for the sellers. Even though the sellers are reluctant to put in the market, the situation is getting a little bit better. We see more the is still acceptable. Okay, and with that, I stop the share to right now. And is there any questions?
I got a question on the
Sorry about the
EMD.
internet today. It's kind of funny. I don't know what happened.
I just answered you in
Yeah,
the
buddy, go
box,
ahead.
but go ahead, buddy.
Well, yes, I was just on the EMD of the buyers. If their EMD is less than 3%, isn't it in case that the seller goes after the buyer's
What is that?
EMD?
I don't hear you too well.
The
Kind of in
EMD, initial
no.
deposit. I answered you in the
What?
box. If the initial deposit is less than 3% in
It's
escrow,
frozen.
uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's something wrong, Peter. Buddy, did you see the answer in the
Yes, I
box?
see that. Yes, I see it. If less than 3% in escrow, the sellers would get amount of up to 3%. Okay, up to 3%. Okay.
Whatever's in escrow up to 3%, that's why listing agents always counter you to 3%.
Right. Well,
For the EMD.
we made less than 3%.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, I just got. Thank you.
you're welcome. Peter, are you there? Oh, okay. Peter? Should we end the meeting? There's something wrong. Oh.
On my end is on my end also on and off.
Right, me too. Peter, it's going on and off. Should we end the meeting? Can't hear you. You're on mute. Peter, you're on mute.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's in and out, and I can't hear you either. So yeah, let's end the meeting. And I think the internet is getting very unstable. Okay, I'll see
Thank you
everybody.
all.
Have a nice week. Okay.
Bye-bye, everybody.
And there will be no meeting next week because. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.